Why'd you pull the trigger?
Xiaomi has skipped the number 16 and gone straight to the 17 Pro Max, a name that feels borrowed and almost playful. Saying it out loud might sound a little awkward, almost like it cheapens the device. But don't let the name fool you. In reality, this is one of the most powerful flagships available right now. And that rear display, paired with a set of features no other brand dares to attempt, transforms it from just another smartphone into something functional, original, and unforgettable. Okay, the rear display instantly sets this phone apart from the crowd. Xiaomi even designed a protective case that turns the device into a handheld gaming console, sparking a touch of childhood nostalgia. Sure, the game library isn't massive, but it's surprisingly fun, perfect for a quick break during meetings or long editing sessions. Beyond that, the rear screen handles more than play. Notifications, accepting or rejecting calls, and even personalizing it with AI generated clips give the back of the phone a life of its own. And you know what? Here is where the rear display becomes more than a gimmick. It turns the phone into a treasure for vloggers. With it acting as a viewfinder, selfie videos can now be shot using the main camera. That means sharper detail, richer colors, and higher quality than any front sensor could deliver. Well, let's do something unusual. Before we go to the cameras, let's pause on gaming. Because in the past few days, I have had more than 50 comments about heating issues on the Xiaomi 17 Pro series. And yes, like I mentioned in the 17 Pro review, it does get warm, sometimes more than warm, edging into hot. But the important part is this, it never throttles. The same is true for the 17 Pro Max. Though, with a twist, it actually gets hotter than the 17 Pro, despite housing a larger 5533mm square vapor chamber. Well, actually, gameplay remains smooth. For sessions under an hour, there was zero throttling, just steady frame rates and fluid motion, backed by the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 with up to 16GB LPDDR5X RAM and 1TB UFS 4.1 storage. It handles demanding titles with power and consistency. Hardcore players will enjoy the ride, even if it doesn't quite reach the dedicated performance of a Red Magic 11. Okay, if gaming feels strong, then camera performance steps up to something even more impressive. The Xiaomi 17 Pro Max carries a Leica-tuned triple 50-megapixel system, a Light Fusion 950L main sensor, a wider aperture 5x telephoto built on a 1x2-inch GN8 sensor, and a 102-degree ultra-wide. On the front, a 50-megapixel autofocus selfie camera rounds out the package, completing a setup designed for both versatility and clarity. Portraits on the Xiaomi 17 Pro Max echo much of what we have seen on the 17 Pro. Most of the time, we leaned on Leica's portrait mode at 2x because the truth is simple. 5x portraits through the telephoto still don't match the richness of 2x shots. Subject separation feels stronger and more natural, with background blur rolling in like a creamy bokeh that complements rather than distracts. The model, Melanie's outline stays crisp, standing out cleanly against softened backdrops. Skin tones hold steady under mixed lighting, never tipping too far into warmth or coolness. Details are handled with remarkable precision. Facial features retain their character, tonal transitions slide smoothly from bright highlights into shadow, and exposure control holds steady throughout.
Why'd you pull the trigger? You won't find the light in the smoke and mirrors.
Moving on to the selfies. Okay, with the 50-megapixel autofocus front camera already producing balanced and polished results. But it's the rear display viewfinder that changes everything. letting selfies be captured through the main camera sensor. The outcome feels brighter, sharper, and far more dramatic than what most phones manage. With this design, Xiaomi turns ordinary selfies into frames that don't just look like quick captures, they feel like moments worth keeping. Low-light performance on the 17 Pro Max matches expectation. The Light Fusion 950L sensor with Leica Samilux lens captures clarity in dim conditions, brightening scenes without overshooting. Noise stays low, textures remain intact, and shadows are carefully lifted without losing depth. What stands out is color fidelity. White balance is tuned to maintain natural tones, whether under urban neon, mixed indoor lighting, or soft lamp glow. Across scenarios, shots feel consistent and vibrant without artificial oversaturation. For a phone this large, stability also aids handheld night shooting, giving the Xiaomi 17 Pro Max steady results even when the light fades. Well, now stretch that to distance, and the 5x telephoto lens shows its strength. Zooming into the night, Xiaomi 17 Pro Max demonstrates its hardware edge. The larger GN8 sensor and f2.6 aperture give night zoom shots sharper textures and better brightness control than the Pro. From 5x to 10x, images stay crisp, details hold steady, and exposure avoids blowing highlights. Noise reduction is handled with finesse, keeping shots clean without smearing. Color tones remain cohesive across ranges, preserving natural vibrancy. Video on the Xiaomi 17 Pro Max is captured at 4K 60 frames per second, but well, we can do that at 8K 30 frames per second too. I mean, if you care about stabilization, then okay, 4K is a better choice. Cause at 4K Xiaomi 17 Pro Max delivers videos with stabilization, ensuring large screen clips feel cinematic. Dynamic range is broad, balancing shadow without distraction. Textures stay defined, skin tones look true, and white balance holds steady across environments. I think now it's time to talk about the other features of this phone. Well, the front showcases a 6.9-inch LTPO AMOLED panel stretching across the frame with ultra-thin bezels. Adaptive refresh ranges from 1 to 120 Hz, while 12-bit color depth ensures richer gradients and smoother tonal transitions. Peak brightness reaches 3500 nits, making outdoor clarity effortless. HDR playback carries cinematic depth, and TOV certification reduces strain during long sessions. Every scroll, animation, and frame flows with precision, balancing fluidity with battery efficiency. For gaming, the panel feels vast and immersive, wrapping us in detail without overstretching color or contrast. Okay, turn it over, and the 2.9-inch AMOLED rear display stands ready. Larger than the 17 Pros, it carries a 976 by 596 resolution with 120 Hz refresh and 3500 nits brightness. More than a gimmick, it becomes the quick hub for interactions. Xiaomi 17 Pro Max carries a staggering 7500 mAh battery, one of the largest in its class. Despite the size, charging is fast. 100-watt wired and 50-watt wireless restore it quickly. The Surge G2 chip manages cycles carefully, extending lifespan. Running on HyperOS 3 on top of Android 16, the Max feels fluid and complete. The UI makes use of the dual displays with polished transitions. Security is handled by fast biometrics and 2D face unlocking, and durability is secured with IP68 certification. Well, this brings us to the closing note. Yeah, that's the Xiaomi 17 Pro Max. The name sounds a bit cheap, because it definitely feels like it is borrowed from somewhere else. But it is a flagship that takes everything from the smaller Pro and scales it to the extremes. A massive display, a colossal battery, and a telephoto system that feels built for cinema. Yeah, it's more than just a larger sibling. It's the full throttle version of Xiaomi's vision. So what do you think about this Xiaomi 17 Pro Max? Do you want me to do a comparison between Xiaomi 17 Pro Max and iPhone 17 Pro Max? Let me know in the comment section. Well, please don't forget to share your thoughts and ideas in the comment section, cause I'm gonna give away this Xiaomi 17 Pro Max to one of my lucky subscribers. Well, if you have enjoyed this video, then please don't forget to click on the like button and please subscribe to this channel. Support honest content.